You have to calculate them with modern, not just a math calculation, but you actually have to make a fluid flow model, a computer-based model, so that it has more properties, more rigor ratios, more. It's called the area of review. It's the area where pressure is going to be elevated during the project that could cause endangerment of freshwater resources, could cause fluids to be transferred from depth to the freshwater, which is unacceptable and not allowed. So you have to calculate it in advance. They all have checks. The old one, Class 1, has a check at the injection well. The new one, Class 6, has also checks, more checks. You have to monitor it and report every year how you're doing, whether you're meeting your expectations.
So it's a yearly check?
Yeah, and a 5-year update. You have to redo the whole thing in 5 years and say,
we're still good.
This is still good. Make a case that it's real good. So it's tremendously stricter in the regulatory setting in order to avoid these problems.
If we're looking at it from an abatement standpoint, I get your point, but
So what's the trade-off? The one trade-off is do nothing, let the atmosphere, the waters of the earth are connected to the atmosphere. So the atmosphere gets loaded with CO2. Everybody's drinking water in ocean gets. Now, would that hurt your potability? CO2 doesn't hurt potability. Have you ever drank a carbonated beverage?
I have.
Refresh your memory of carbonated.
No. I drank one this morning.
It's not very harmful to water.
Okay,
so it's not allowed, but it's not harmful.
This is the dilemma. Okay, when the term carbonic acid starts getting passed around, first of all, tagging it with the word acid scares the hell out of everybody.
Yeah.
But I know, I just assume that there's levels of acid from apple cider vinegar to what the Joker fell in Batman. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the fear is this over here.
Carbonic acid is the one you know.
Okay.
It doesn't get more intense or something. It is what it is. It isn't what it is. So carbonic acid is soda water.
Okay. So.
And you can taste it. Everyone should try this. I prefer to hand out soda water first, and have everyone sip the soda water, and then say, okay, so this is the hazard we're talking about. It's not acceptable to
by regulation
to let the CO2 come up and get into the fresh water, but it's also not particularly
not dangerous.
It's not dangerous for potability. No.
Okay.
No,
so
it doesn't hurt potability at all. We're doing a lot of work these days with legacy wells, trying to up the level of assurance, trying to figure out exactly how to assess them, to do surveillance on them, what's the most efficient way.
Sure.
It's very routine stuff. We've been fixing legacy wells ever since the week after they were drilled, right?
Right. Sure.
Mostly wells are constructed to protect fresh water. Everything but those in I don't know, Spindletop, I think it wasn't. But after that, people,
kind of wised
the
up.
precursor of the Railroad Commission came in and started clamping down on people and saying how that you have to. So what you have to do is drill a larger diameter hole through the fresh water, cement that in place. So you pour, it's regular cement, it looks like cement. You pour it down the center of the well and squeeze it, and it comes up the backside and sets it in. So you have a steel casing that's cemented in place, and that protects the fresh water. And then you begin to drill into the salt water where you might encounter oil and gas or put CO2. So you have this double well construction.